so I'll introduce arrays today. We'll go over what are they, that kind of thing. How do they work? That whole scenario. We'll do a small program, one of your homework assignments, and then we'll probably get out of here a little bit early today. Not that you'll have lab time, let's put it that way. Okay, and I'm assuming everybody can hear me. So I'm going to go ahead here and share my screen. And let's share this first. All right, so arrays. So right now, if I told you that that you had to get everybody's name in the class and save it and print them all out at the end of the program, okay, you would need to have, let's just say 8 variables, right? You'd need a variable for the first person, second person, third person, fourth person. You'd be able to save to those. You'd have to have a prompt or something to get 8 names and load them into those 8 different variable names. So you'd have to have something like so you'd have to do this. Let's see if that'll work. We'll just make it 10 of them. You know what? Let me make this, we'll have a student 0. That'll make more sense. Okay. And so there I have 10 students. I declared, and let's just say I declared all of them. And now you could put in, you know, names for everybody, okay? So then you'd put in, you know, assign them. And then at the end, you'd have to have 10 different print statements. So you'd have 10 input statements to get the names. And then at least 10 to output the names. Okay. So a lot of variables. Let's just say now that I wanted to put in the name of everybody in my company and I have 100 employees. Now I need 100 of each one of those. Okay. Not a good scenario, right? But that's the way it used to be. So now we have things called arrays, okay? So I can, so again, if these were all declarations, I'd have to have like string student 0 is equal to Doug, okay? Something like that. With an array, and I'd have to do that again that many times. Let me move this up. Okay, so then if I come here, let's see if it'll switch. Oh, they all stayed at 0. That's not good. Okay, let's try this. And let me pull the Doug off there just for now. That's good. And this one will be the same. Well, it made them 0, 1, 0. Anyway, okay. So this would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So you can kind of get that. This would be 2. I thought it would switch them automatically. Didn't like that. And so on down the line. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Etc. Okay, so I'd have to declare them here, and then I'd have to put values in them and print them out. So I'm going to declare an array of 10 names, okay? So I write string. All right, I'm done. So I created an array called students that allows for me to put 10 names into the array. Okay. And they're indexed by this element number. So this has 10 elements. Okay. And they're like students 1, student, and I can make this student. Let me make this student. Student 1, 0, student 1, 2. This starts at 0. Okay. So I declared 10 places to store data. Just like that. And if I needed to do it for 100, I'm done. Now it'll store 100 names, 1,000 names, one line. Versus, as you can see over here, if I had to do it here, I would need 10 just to do this one line here. Okay. So this is how you do an array. And you can do them in any of the, if I wanted to create one for an integer, I just say int. And that would give me room for 10 numbers, starting at 0 and going through 9. And I could store whatever numbers I wanted in there as long as they're an integer. How do I get stuff in there? Well, I do like this. I could do student 5 is equal to Mary. So now student number with index number 5, which would be the 6th index because of the 0, would have the name Mary in it. Likewise, I could say numbers 4 is assigned to 405. And so 12,405 is now stored in the number 4 element, this index number. It'd be the 5th element, okay, in my array. So we refer to these by their element or index number, okay, and we can assign things to them. So now if I know that, let's say I had this one up here, I could do this. I can say for int count is equal to 0 and count is less than student dot length and count plus. Oops. And then I could do uh, and let's just say I had something called, this would be student count. So there you go. There's my prompt. And this will run 10 times. Or let's see, what did I say here? Yeah, because this is set to 10. So if I change this though to 100, look at how easy this would work. Now this will run 100 times, 1,000 times. Okay. Over here, I would have to have 10 different prompts, for student 0, student 1, student 2, student 3, student 4, student 5, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I guess I could put it in here with this. I could do, like string student 3 is equal to user con dot next, but I'd still need 10 of them. And if I switch to 100, then I'd need 100 of them. And then to print them out, guess what? I can just do this. Okay, so if I do that and enter, so I can get rid of this and just make this. And there I can print out the 10 names would print out. Over here, I'd have to have 10 different lines of code to print out the 10 names. And once again, if I change this to 100, it would print out all 100 names in 3 lines. Okay. And I can store Booleans, longs, doubles, whatever I want to store, characters, arrays of anything. I can create an array of anything. In fact, later on, you can have an array of your, trying to think here, of a class. Okay. In other words, you can create a whole similar to this, but where it has the whole class. In other words, you could create a group of people and their first names, last names, middle initials, all in one array once we get farther down the road here. Now, I've got a question for you guys. You have to answer this. So I create an array called, let's see, string. And my question is, I want to create an array of the months. What number is going to be in there? Hello?
I'm thinking that it's 12. That'd be
Okay.
through 11.
Okay. So what month were you born in?
October 10.
November 10th?
No, October.
October? So your new month, you were born in the 9th month.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, because 0 is 1.
No, it doesn't make sense. Nobody's going to say that they were, like if I was born in November, if I tell somebody, oh, I was born in November, you know, that's the 10th month. What are they going to think?
They're going to wonder about you.
Yep, they're going to wonder about me, right? So the question is, what can I do to fix that? What if I did this?
Did you just leave 0 empty and put 13?
Yep. Would it be right now?
If 0 is, yes.
Yeah, I'd leave 0 empty, or I could I could put the word months in there. Doesn't matter, or NA. And then start with number 1, okay, for the January. And I do the same thing for what? Like days of the week. Okay. You might want to start your seating chart on an airplane with seat number 1. I don't want to be the passenger in seat number 0 on an airplane. That might be out on the wing or something, right? So use some common sense. Now you'll see in books and stuff, they'll start at 0 and then they go to print the stuff out and they have to always change it to +1 if they're going to show, like here. I'm going to have as student 0. I don't know that I want to be student 0, right? So I could always just leave 0 blank up here. And when I go to print them out, just change that to a 1, right? Or I'm sorry, leave this here and then add 1 to the count or whatever in here, right here, to show the number. The count would still be 0, but over here would show 1. I could have a different variable name that adds 1 all the time to whatever it is. Okay. So again, things you need to think about when we're dealing with that 0, that you know, again, nobody wants to be born in the 0 month. I don't think, anyway. It'd be kind of weird. All right. So again, arrays, they're declared like this, kind of like we declared a scanner, right? Or randoms. It's a new integer array, a new string array. Again, these are elements. You assign values in a couple different ways here. Here I'm assigning, you know, a bunch of values. Here I'm just changing 1 value.
Circumstances in which you put anything in the first set of brackets.
What's that now?
Are there circumstances in which you put anything in the brackets?
Not usually. You mean up here?
Yeah.
Not usually, no. Okay. All right. So that's an introduction to arrays. Okay, I'm going to switch screens here. And here, and then I'm going to find the right one I want to. Well, let's go here first. So anyway, we're reading chapter 7. We're going to spend a couple of weeks on arrays because we're doing this week, you're only doing single dimensional arrays. Later on, we're going to do 2-dimension, 3-dimension arrays. Okay. So they start to look like a matrix. Okay. And you got 3 different ones to do. I'm going to give you a hint here for the locker puzzle in the book. And then we're going to look at, I think it's distinct numbers today. Okay. So that's what we're going to program. And let me look here. All right, and I gotta bring that up. All right, so it's a new program project, and next, and let's call it distinct numbers. And what I mean by that is, let's say we put in the number 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. Well, the distinct numbers are 1, 2, 3. So again, if they only appear one time, here, I'll type it out here on just to show you. So if I wanted distinct out of, if I said 5, 4, 6, 7, 6, 7, 4, the distinct numbers in there are 5, 4, 6, and 7. Okay. These are duplicates over here, and we don't want to show those a second time. And the thing says we want to show them in order also. Okay. So that's what we're shooting for here. A program that's going to take a number and just show the distinct ones. So we will do that. So project, the Acme distinct number finder. And then this will be distinct numbers.java and date. We're already on the 29th March. And the author is you. The purpose program. Something like that. Do, 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 do. Excuse me. Looks good. And this should almost be automatic to you guys now after all this time. And add another there. Okay, and I can run this out for a minute and test what I got so far. There you go. Missing a space right here. Other than that, runs good. Then I can go ahead and set up my menu. So I need something called show menu. It's going to be a char method. I'm going to scroll down here. Okay. I got that. And then what's the cute? What do I got?
I think you forgot a line feed.
I did right there. But I also got a private static char. What am I not doing here? It's always a long day. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, missing a. That one there goes with that one there. Is there another one down here?
I think you just need a return statement.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. I don't know. So that'll be up one here. So I need here. Usercon.next to upper chariot. having a rough thing here. I got something's goofy. User con expected. Blah blah blah. That's there. It's up here somewhere.
You're missing a
the-
period between two uppercase and charet.
Oh gosh, you guys. Look at how good you guys are getting. There's still some.
Oh, but now you just
I
lost
know,
the
I see
parenthesis.
it. Yeah. Okay, there's okay, but this is still bad. Illegal start as a char. That one goes with that.
Oh, you have the while too low.
Yeah, I think so.
You should have it after, not the one
Oh.
that. Oh wait. Yeah, I think
That one goes with that. That's right.
I think you're just missing a bracket then.
I think got.
That's the switch one. Yeah.
Yeah. This one goes where? Yeah, there's one missing, isn't there? Right here after while. There should be another one. Okay, but it should be in a little bit. Just always those braces. So if we come up here now and let's do this and make sure we're inside, then that can go way out. That's right there. So let's go here. But then this one here should go all the way down there. That's scary. So this one goes. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's see here. Let's do this. And then this one should be lined up with, this should be over. And this whole thing should be back over the other way. There, oh, that's just beautiful now. So there we got our user con returns this, comes up here, that should work. Jeez. Hit R, run is here, hit T, test is here, hit J, it's not there, that's good. Hit Q, boom, it ends. All right. So let's do this here. First thing we need is a number, right? So, couple ways to do this. Let's do, I'm gonna put this up here. String num to I think we're going to do that. And then we'll do set number. So I'm going to try and take this in as a string. I haven't written this program in a while, but we'll see what happens. All right, so the system dot out dot print. How big of a number do we want? Enter. 1, 2, 8. How about 8? Should say enter a 1, 2, 8-digit number. Digit number. And then we'll do user. And we're going to put this in a do loop. Oh, you got to declare that outside. Can't be inside the loop because then my while can't see it. All right, so we'll test that. I got to check it for some other stuff, but so let's go here, return. So that's all right. And we can get rid of this. Let's just put that like that. All right. So that works. And then I'm going to come down here and do this.
Would it be better to have that while loop max out at 8 nines? Because now you can put in letters. Or
What now?
would it be better to have that while loop max out at 8 nines rather than this? Because now you can put in letters or special characters or whatever.
What I'm fixing right now.
Oh, okay.
Well, then I'd have to take it in though as I'd have to convert it. So I wasn't going to convert it. I'm taking it as a string, not as a number. So I could do a has next, okay? But I could also do this, I think. Let's see, 4. And count is equal to 0. Count is less than the length or the user num dot length. Count plus. Let's do it this way. Change this to true. And then if I come down here and say if user num dot char at, okay, here, let's do it this way. Character okay. If not, and then we can do user num dot char at count. Then is valid is equal to false. Oh, this should be a do loop though. Or do while. I wonder if I can just move this. And then if I indent all this, and then out here, or I'll have to move the is valid outside. So I need to declare this. Okay, what I got here? I got user, blah, 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 blah. All right, so let's see if we get a user number to come out now. Okay, so if I run it and I type in 123, it works fine. If I type in R and I type in 12A, comes back up. I need a warning message, don't I? If I type in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, comes back up. If I type in 4, 5, 6, it works fine, right? So we should have a warning message here somewhere. Inside, do I need it inside the while? Do this one. If all this right here. Put that in there. I think that's okay there. We'll put another, put a bigger space in. Okay, run, type ABC. Okay. That works. Okay, so there we got our number. And so that comes back up here. And then we can do, I think I'm going to break my own rule here because it's pretty simple. Well, let's try it. Let's make something called, we may use this or we may not. Let's just make it string distincts. Is equal to that. And then we'll, here we'll go distincts. Oh, and we need to send a number down, right? so down underneath here. We will have something called set distincts, and it'll be a string. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create my array. So it'll be an integer array, nums. Do I really want it as an integer? Yeah, I do. And it'll have 10 digits, or 10 elements, I should say.
In Excel, you were putting the brackets before the variable name. Is that an option?
Whoops. Thanks. You can do this either way, but we're gonna move this.
So doing it after is an option though?
I believe so, yeah. Try that. I think that's the right way to do it right there. I don't think the other way is gonna. And we need an index. I'm going to declare it out here this time. Okay, so 4 index is equal to 4 index is equal to, or assigned 0. Index will be less than the digits length. Or what did I have that as? This should be num. Sometimes it's less than num length. That's right. And then index plus plus should work. Okay, so we're going to get a value is assigned this character dot get numeric value. Okay. Of, what do I want? I want the num dot char at index, and that's right. Okay. So then I'm going to use my array. So this will be whatever that value is. So let's say we type that the number is 5. So in the fifth the 6th element in the array, number 5 index, I'm going to add 1 to it. So in that one, we're going to put in number 1. Okay, why is that? What I call it, num. String found, array acquired. What do I got wrong here? String. Nums. There we go. So that would put a number in, if the first digit was a 5, so in element 5, the number 1 is going to be stored. So then we're going to say if nums value is equal to 1, then what I want to do here is I'm going to create a string here. Let's try that. I think that would be, yeah. Okay, so it's saying I have to just initialize this. So that works there. So then here, let's try return. Okay, I think that might work. Blah, 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 blah. Concatenate that on if it's a 1. And then if it's a 2, see, it won't put it in there again. So we will come back up here now. And distincts is equal to that. Blah, blah, blah. System number plus stinks. Okay, let's see if it works. That seemed to work. Try it again. And it works. There's a 7, 6 there. And they're in order. They appear, the 7 appears first, then the 6 up here had 1, 2, 3 appear first, and they appear 1, 2, 3. Okay. No duplicates. We can hit quit on that. So now it's coming back up to here. So then we can go here and just put display results. And we want to send down the number and the distincts. So we run down here, put in, this is a void, display results. And the number was, /n. Now, if I run it, R, there you go. I don't like this. Right here, there's too much, and I didn't like that I'm missing a space there. So I'm going to fix that. So I had something up here that isn't too many of those. That goes away. And then I didn't have where they put in the number. I need a space right there or two. Like that better. And I need to see how bad my banner is. I'm only off by 1. So take 1 off of each of the lines. It should be fine. So get rid of 1 there. Get rid of 1 there. Run down to the bottom. Outside of everything. And we'll put in no code follows. Save it, run it. Should look pretty good. So those line up. I got a space now right here for the run. I got a space for to put the digit in. 9999 and 459. Test it. 945 is right. If I try R, type in the letter A, that is not valid. I type in negative sign, that's not valid. I type in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. That's not valid. Type in 545454. It comes up, the distinct numbers are 5 and 4. I quit the program, and that should be about it. Okay,
We've
so
got to do the test though, right?
you have to do the test. That's right. So we could put that. So let's see here. We'll just do this. The number, oops. Okay, something like that. And all we need to do now is this. Control C that. Control V it in there. And we could do this one of two ways. I'd do this, I guess. And then here we'll just do this. Oh, let's change that a little bit since one is number and the other one's done. Just do this. So now if I run it and I hit T, and it works good. Save it, zip it, put it in your portfolio. You need me anywhere? Anybody? You're not working?
Works for me.
Cool.
Same. Same. It works for me too.
Good. All right. I'm going to quit sharing at this point, and I'll quit recording.